and collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need? Shadow work read for April 2022. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, a link in the description box, creator on Patreon, patreon.com/Drawing the Circle. Just updated my welcome video. We now have, let's see, humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, and goddesses. So that comes down to wig. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, long intro, but it's been busy. been busy, but not too busy to do what I think are the most important reads on my channel: the shadow reads and the waning moon and the waxing moon reads, new to full to new, not timeless reads, but helpful. That being said, if you're new to the channel, a 7-card draw is 1 card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. Let's look at it real quick. Full moon in Libra, Saturday, April 16th, 2:54 p.m. I am in New York. And then the 2-week following, the releasing, the waiting, the letting go, the fun stuff, said nobody, right? The shadow work, the alchemy, the forgiveness, the surrender, call it what you want, to the new moon in Taurus, Saturday, April 30th, 4:27 p.m. So a Saturday to a Saturday, a 14-day period, getting you clues, tips, and hints about what's going on to let go, to make room for that new moon. That being said, hey, there's a cat there. I know it's a black cat there. If you can see 2 floating green dots, that's him. Hey, Milky. Derailed. I'm back. It is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Because we might be getting more information about the same situation or another one going on. Because we're all being taught how to let go, how to wane, how to release under grace and in perfect ways. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. Isn't that right, my Milky? You are, and I will do my best to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can. To help out my crab cakes. I love you. Let's do it. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Here we go. Using the Caroline Mace archetype cards, I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the General Assembly, spirit animals, and totems, the higher selves of all 5th dimension, above 8th chakra and above, in the pantheon of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures. What's the dominant 8th chakra archetype for the Cancerian collective? Sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. Make it specific, make it clear for them, hovering over their head, right? Showing them the shadow work, the soul lesson, the soul power being developed from shadow to light, toxic to healthy, pain to peace, lead to gold, fear to love, for this full to new April 2022. Le Hermit, your hermit crabs. The Hermit archetype, certainly associated with the Hermit in the tarot. We'll see. 2 of these decks are tarot that will hit the table in this 7-card draw. But this is a wisdom family archetype. 9 different families. Wisdom family is one of them. I have this one in spades, and I've been having a conversation with a network of hermits in my circle of friends. The shadow attribute withdraws from society out of fear of negative judgments of others. Yeah, I'll cop to that. Refusing to help those in need, though. No, I got too strong of a Samaritan archetype for that to go on. Doesn't mean I always wanna, but yeah. The light attribute seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life. Serves personal creativity. I feel naked. I'm not. I am, underneath my clothes. So with this hovering over your head, you might find yourself easily in isolation, but there is a purpose. Stop looking for reasons. That's a human invention, reason. No. There is a wisdom purpose, a divine purpose in play. Let's look at the next 4 chakras down. Spiritual power, mental power, willpower, emotional power. We're going to use the daughters of the moon, the feminine part of you, the yin dynamic, the personal level of power, the psychological world, the alchemical laboratory, where the shadow work starts. Because third chakra, at least, you got to choose it, right? Only you can do the shadow work that only you can do. Ready? Breathe. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West, please. 1 card in clarity for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading, please, totally clear as can be, as specific as possible for the Cancerian collective. What's going on, heart, third eye, crown, the world behind their eyes, with the Hermit, right? Because if they're going to focus on interior stuff, this is important, one would think. I can feel it. Can feel it. What's going on inside of them, heart, third eye, crown. The shadow work indicator. This full to new, April 2022. The coyote woman. Trickster. The trickster. Literally shadow work. They take the devil card, they split it into 2, oppression and the trickster, because it's a patriarchal image, the devil, and it's a feminist deck. Are you with me? So Cancerians, but crab cakes, the Hermit with shadow work in a shadow raid. Let's just keep going, because I could talk about these forever. But Major Arcana, when it's heart, third eye, crown, that position, second card down of the 7. It's all 4 chakras. Instead of like fire, it would be third chakra, air, the third eye. Let's keep going. Let's get the lower 3 chakras here, the mythic tarot, the masculine part of it. The yang dynamic. You from the outside looking in at yourself, or the inside out looking out at a person, place, or thing. Root chakra, places, tribes, real physical world, any connection, 3 people or more that you're involved in. Second chakra, one-on-one, like an umbilical cord, your relationship to other people and things. Like money, you think of it as a bunch of little things, but it's really only one thing, right? Money, your relationship with that, sex, creativity, all that. Solar plexus, your relationship to yourself, your self-esteem, your boundaries, your survival intuition, in the sense of only you're getting that. It's hitting you in the solar plexus. It means something for you, why your self-esteem and your intuition are linked. And of course your boundaries, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't, your honor code, all that jazz. Breathe. Still point. As I call upon my gods of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West, mythic tarot, please. 1 card in clarity. Make it so specific that somebody goes, in the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading, Hermit in the 8th, Coyote on the inner. What's going on the outer for them? This full to new, April 2022. Well, you got a double whammy of Major Arcana, the Lovers. Now, I know the Lovers, everybody wants to say, oh, romance, I'm going to fall in love. Well, even if that's true, it is a life-changing decision. This is no mere choice. This is no mere choice. This is about you dealing with a situation in your life where you are trying to align to the best that you can your third eye, your throat, and your heart chakra. This is the Judgment of Paris. I highly recommend you read about the wedding of Cadmus and Harmonia. They didn't invite the goddess of discord, because who would to a wedding? She didn't like it. She took one of the golden apples, wrote to the most beautiful goddess, hucked it into the wedding. Talk about a wedding crasher. And Aphrodite, Athena, and Hera grabbed it. And they turned to Zeus and they said, which one gets it? My wife, my daughter, the goddess of love, or my daughter, the goddess of wisdom. And he's like, no, no, I'm king. I get to pass this. He's going to delegate. So he summons Paris, a mortal, not immortal, to judge. And each one of the goddesses comes to him privately and offers him different things. Aphrodite, love, Hera, wisdom, Hera, power, Athena, wisdom. Life-changing decision, right? Because the threat of pissing off the other two for the favor of one. Well, he chooses Aphrodite, most beautiful woman in the world, to be his bride. Helena Troy, the Trojan War. Right? So life-changing. It's not just Arabica or Sumatra. That's a choice. That's a coffee choice, and that's an important choice, and it does have a consequence. But a life-changing consequence is a decision. So don't be afraid to be afraid on this. You're not doing anything wrong by being afraid of this, but how do you deal with it? You got to embrace that shadow, right? Medicate it. Daffy Duck it down into the Aladdin's lamp. No, it doesn't work. It pops up when you least expect it, and it affects the collective. And that's why we see things like war. And I'm well aware of what's going on planet Earth. You do the shadow work, I'll do the shadow work. It's gotta shift stuff. It may be the only ability we have to shift things. Unless, you have that kind of money or political power. I don't. So, chakras very in alignment here. Hermit, devil on the inner, lover on the outer. I'm a devil lover, but you know what I'm saying. Coyote woman, shadow work. That dynamic. Let's get you a healing mantra from the Metcon Healing Mantra deck. We got 3 bookie book readings here because they're really, really good bookie books. So let's see what hits the table for you to help you do the shadow work. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. I hear you. I call upon the Ascended Masters of shadow work, embracing the shadow, spiritual healing, calling in the specialists. Please, 1 card in clarity for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading with the garbage truck coming in. Good. Good. Yeah, no, we'll pause this. Be right back. My sense of humor makes me wait for about a minute, right? I'm like, take it. You take that dumpster. You take that trash. Take it. They're keeping it light. They're definitely, the divine plan is unfolding here in a way, keeping this light for you to deal with, because you know what, that can be a life-changing decision. I'm going to deal with this, but I'm going to make the wisest, most loving, empowered decision I can. Third eye, throat, heart. Yeah. All right. One more time. Ascended Masters. Shadow work, embracing the shadow, the alchemy of it all. Please, 1 card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra. Again, make it specific so that the Cancerians go, if we can get that, even just we can make 1 crab go, then it's been worth it. Please leave it in my hand for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. Hermit in the 8th, devil, trickster on the inner. The judgment of Paris, the lovers on the outer, help them. What's the perfect healing mantra to help them do this shadow work? This full to new April 2022, deconstructing doubt. Only my beliefs are in the way. That's why it's a wisdom family archetype, not a healing family archetype. Wisdom cannot be taken from you. It comes through experience. But if it's stuck in the lead, the shadow, you don't know it. It's there, you just don't know. It's covered, you gotta alchemize it into gold. And that's why the last card down is the Blessed Be, the hidden blessing in all of this. So, like I said, I'm gonna read this from the bookie book. Deconstructing doubt, very third eye. I would think, although you do you, whatever chakra it tends to ping in you, I recommend focusing on it, right? Deconstructing doubt, only my beliefs are in the way. As you deconstruct doubt, you're no longer lost in the concerns and curiosities of what if, but are more rooted in the truth of what is. When doubt is deconstructed, hardship is no longer a sign of misfortune. Okay, stick a pin in that. Stick a pin in that. Hardship is no longer a sign of misfortune. It's an opportunity to step outside your comfort zone and meet the higher aspects of your soul that exist just beyond the boundary of the self. That's what shadow work is. Okay? Right? The alchemy, removing the clouds so you see more clearly the truth of your own divinity and the divinity in everybody else. Stepping beyond that, this mantra is ideal for aligning with truth. Aligning with truth, in other words, the truth you already know, but aligning with it, bringing it all the way down into your actions. That's a process. Being more self-actualized and transforming inferiority. Because only our thoughts are in the way. Now, there's a lot of conversation there. This is why on Patreon, we get to talk about this stuff in videos and chats that no one else will ever see unless they're on Patreon, which I kind of dig that. Sort of like OnlyFans, but I get to keep the clothes on. Lovely. Maybe someday OnlyFans, we don't know. Only the gods will know about my OnlyFans. So, let's do the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, the Whispers of Love Oracle, where the party doth often get turned. Could be the romance card, the true love card, all of those. But there are really no womp-womps in this deck. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. It's lovely. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved. Yeah, I feel the love and the compassion. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. Oh, please, what is the whisper of love for my beloved Crab Cake Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading? Hermit, the Hermit crabs. How could I have forgotten that? But with that trickster on the inner, the shadow calling to them all 4 chakras, the Lover's card on the outer, which is too general. That could be a life decision about anything. And deconstructing doubt from the Ascended Masters. Only our thoughts are in the way. So important to at least acknowledge that's true, even if you doubt that that's true, to acknowledge that only our doubts are in the way. So what do you got for them? The piece of information, inspiration, insight they most need. This full to new April 2022. Get to know each other. Get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. Okay. All right. So, again, is this immediately a lover's? It's a general read, only you know that. And if you ever want to book me for a reading, it's easy as pie. There's a video in the description box, booking a reading with Mal. It's a YouTube video. You just watch it. Explains it all for you, just like Clarissa. Because I do these. I'm doing one today. Half-hour power, $50, baby, USD. About a romantic situation. But this could be getting to know. Is this getting to know yourself? It could be getting to know your shadow. That's how general reads work. But with the Hermit, there's a little contra-indicative thing there, unless, like me, you are in communication with other hermits, which through the internet and texting and all of that. You know, the hermits untie, right? Hermits web work. I don't know. So getting to know each other, getting to know about someone's need for love, and the shadow does need love. You bring love to the shadow. That's like bringing a shadow to light, because fear is an absence of love, so therefore not a thing itself, an absence of. I didn't write that. Oh, and I invented Post-its. I am trying to keep these light when seriously St. John of Patmos Book of Revelations checklist seems to be ticking away. So let's get the Divine Animals Oracle here, because if you're gonna do the shadow work, call upon the animal kingdom. Remember, human is part of the animal kingdom. We're not vegetable or mineral, so we are all one family that way. So let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems For the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, what is the divine oracle message you have for those who swim with them, who walk with them, who fly with them, who crawl with them? Probably more swim with them, one would think. My crab cakes. What's your message? This full to new, April 2022. Fruit bat, you flying fox. Hey, you flying fox. That'll probably get you canceled today. Right? Hey, you flying fox. Fruit bat. Hi. Hi, girl. Hey, I'm allowed to do that. I'm gay. If you can't tell, check the batteries on your gaydar. Card number 12. I love this book. Stacey DeMarco. Brilliant oracle. Kindness. Kindness is the key word. And card number 12. How lovely. I'm just going to read this from the bookie book, just the first part and the last part, pretty much. The first part is like a little, verbal description, the quickie they give you. There's a lot of info in here, but near the end of it, there's the magic, which I highly recommend. Please take a nice deep breath. Card number 12, fruit bat, flying fox. Choose kindness. Kindness is the key word. Choose kindness, which isn't always the easy way. Kindness will always be repaid. Consider others in your decisions, especially those with less power than you. Repay your debts. Spread the seeds of goodwill, and your fortunes will grow. And your fortunes will grow. Now, there is a life-changing decision here. Kindness has to start inside. Gotta be kind with yourself. There's so many spiritual myths and superstitions that were necessary along the way, right? That have caused some of us to scrub our chakras with like steel wool and bleach, right? Working way too hard. Be kind. Rewind. Trying to keep these light. This is an intense read. The magic. Fruit bats are a vital part of the ecosystem, ensuring seeds are spread and fertility of the land is secured. The energy here is one of fertility and plentifulness. Invite flying fox energy into your workings when you wish to invoke more kindness or fertility. And I think both. I mean, we are heading to a new moon in Taurus, fixed earth, fertile earth. Demeter, right? If you want to go Greek. Hero, you're my hero. I like this though. I mean, I also will say, bats live in caves. You are dealing with a hermit in a cave. So there are some other symbolic threads here that may not be for everybody, but that are nonetheless on the table. Getting to know each other. There's obviously someone else involved, and if there isn't, then this is about you really dealing with your shadow and being kind through that process. And do understand, there's a video in the description box. They're always now in the 7 card draw reads, a video to a movie called The Shadow Effect featuring Debbie Ford, no longer with us, blessed be, bless her soul. It's really good. It's like The Secret, but about shadow work. It's really good. It's really, really good. And you'll see the spectrum, hopefully, from, the psychological, young, forever young, to tinfoil hat woo land, and everything in between. So, I am a visiting dignitary too, not from tinfoil hat woo land. I'm from a lot of places, but not there. So I'm from New York. That's where I'm from. Let's get the hidden blessing here. I'm trying to keep it light here. Now, the great thing about the hidden blessing, I love this deck. Lucy Cavendish, Blessed Be, the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower, because the light attribute, indicates that, by you going within, right, seeking solitude to focus intently on inner life, serving your personal creativity, doing the alchemy, the lead will yield gold. But those 3 extra atoms on the periodic table, gotta transform those. Let's see what the gold is. Your hidden blessing. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. as I call upon the pantheon of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures, please leave the card in my hand. What is the hidden blessing for the Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising, and the suns watching this video, receiving this reading? To help them alchemize that hermit seeking solitude, to focus intently on inner life, serving their personal creativity with the coyote, the shadow work, the fear, the devil card, and chains of illusion. Break chains of illusion and set all things to right. Reveal what has been hidden and bring the truth to light. With the lover's card on the outer, it does make sense. Life-changing decision, but to make the wisest, most loving, empowered decision that they can, working with that coyote woman, but deconstructing doubt, that only their doubts are in the way, and get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow, and it might very well be about their own relationship to their emotional baggage or shadow, however they want to do that, but with that kindness of the fruit bat and flying fox, particularly if there are financial issues here. How the fears and that shadows of sometimes every decision you have to make feels like it's such a life or death crossroads. Survival stuff, right? So to do that with kindness and that fertility, with, you know, serving their personal creativity and some wisdom time, what's the hidden blessing here? A light at the end of the tunnel. The gold in this lead. This full to new, April 2022. A blessing on the children's. A blessing on the children's. Now, I don't take the word child to mean literal all the time. For myself, I have the mother archetype in spades. Not a reason, not a season. Well, no, it is a reason, it comes and goes, but I got more mother energy than father energy, so my cats are my children, but so is my company during the circle production, so is my career, the creative process. So we're going to do this, but I want you to really take this in context, gestative context, right? Let this gestate inside of you, because children archetypally means a whole lot. Hold on one second. Just as I said children, Melchior was about to knock something over. I stopped him. Well, motherhood never ends, regardless of the form, right? I don't know why women don't want to be crones. I'm like, maiden, you have all of the freedom, none of the wisdom. Hello, dancing on tables, body barn, anybody? Mother, you have all of the wisdom, none of the freedom. Hello. Crone, you have all of the freedom, all of the wisdom. Just don't burn down the village. Shall we? We do these blessings for real. The torch of Archangel Ariel at hand. Please take a nice deep breath. Last time. Still point. Pantheons of the divine, say it through me. Deliver this blessing. Card number 12, a blessing for a mother. A blessing for a mother, so that she knows and deeply understands the sacred and challenging path she walks, and appreciates that the state and the rights of motherhood evolve just as her child will grow and change into their own true self. Cancers are the mothers of the zodiac. To birth the child within, birth the child into the world through the cauldron of the womb, and feed the babe at the breast, and yet need to learn how to let go. That is the test and quest of motherhood, and you are its initiate. For within motherhood are great paradoxes and contradictions. To be mother is to be at once yourself and another. To be a mother is a yearning for the well-being of another, dearest in all the world, yet imperfect and growing and wild and unknowable. How is it that the mother can carry the yearning, the care, the delight, the love, the intimacy, and the purity of motherhood? The sheer hard work of it, the feeding and the cleaning of the young, and within all this is the desire to give birth again to the self who you are becoming through this great initiation. It's my baby. To be a mother is to be deeply your own true self and yet selfless. To love another deeply and open up yet another room and another within your heart. It's so Cancerian. It's literally talking as your heart as a home. To be a mother is to see the world's children and babies as your own. It is to be primal, prehistoric, and ageless, beyond dogma and preaching. You are the creator of all. And once you were worshipped, woman. May you be blessed with your children's well-being. May motherhood ignite in you the flame of healing for any wounds from your own childhood. I think it was that was going to come up. Shadow work? Oh, yeah. May the earth mother you and bless you as you walk through the challenges of the way of the mother. May your arms be strong, but not so tight as to not know when to soften and release the tender ones from that fierce protection. May your womb quicken with the healthy babes, and may their delivery into the world be as deep and initiatory as this stepping between the worlds was always meant to be. May you know what your value, may you know your value lies beyond that of your fruitfulness and is within the characters you've helped shape and the lessons you've taught. Forgive yourself for your imperfections, for mothering is a sacred task that we are all untaught at. And I'm going to say regardless of the form, if it's not so very literal motherhood. We must find our way through, feel, sheer instinct, and that mother's love that all desire. And when it comes to the time when you will no longer bear the young, may the young come to you and recognize all you have done, and in the warmth of their affection and gratitude, may you grow old with joy as your companion. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. My mother's a Cancer. Just kick me in the heart chakra. Why don't you, crab cakes? Hermit in the 8th, devil on the inner, lovers on the outer, life-changing decision. Deconstruct out. Only your thoughts are in the way. Get to know each other with kindness. Do it kindly. And there's a blessing on you. On a mother in your life. You're the mother in yourself. However that plays itself out. So have at it. Do the shadow work and help this world heal. So did you like it? Hit the thumbs up, like it. Want more? Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Because I put out my creative babies when they're ready to go. Why? Because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. And if you want to come play patreon.com/join the circle. Told you how to get a reading. If you want to know how to do it, hit that video. Otherwise, my beloveds, my crab cakes, I love you. Hang in there. Be the mothers you truly are, for the well-being of all. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.